The dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it. Every day I sequel. If I got it, then you know you got it. Heaven, I can reach you.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Siggy, we're going to see a nice little win streak put to the test today. Ready to go? Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Charlie Penn. That's a laser base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Double play ball to second. There's one, and that's all they'll get. Runner on at first with one gone. And next for Toronto, Derek Abbott.
Runner!
There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Save!
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost art for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
2 down. Next to hit, Frank Rubio. Hit on the ground to the right side. And that chance handled. Fires over to first. And that is that. The man, Thomas, stepping in now for the Yankees. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just...
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. His second homer this series, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 3-1. Singy, he's got a nice hitting streak going, and he extends it another game with that swing.
So locked in right now, Boog, and clearly it's not like he's just stringing singles together during this streak. He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
Back at Yankee Stadium, second inning set to go. And now for the Jays, Conrad Divino. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Handles, throws to first. One up, one down. One down. Here's the veteran shortstop, Aiden Miller. On the ground to the left. Whips it across, and 2 away now. Juan Bin Cho getting ready to hit.
Juan Bin Cho.
Smoked into left, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Bench. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. No runs. 2 aboard, 2 outs.
I told you, I told you, I told you. She was never down, she just did it because she owed you.
There's a swing and a drive. Pulls it in on the warning track. 2 left on. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the DH, Charlie Penn. Into center. He's got it, and there's 1 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
1 out, base is empty. Tyrone Beasley will hit next. He's a guy, Chris's highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Lifted in the air, right field. And that'll get down for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
The bat, the first baseman, Derek Abbott.
So up next for Toronto, Derek Abbott. Left-hand batter waits.
3-3-3.
Swing and a ground ball, and he punches one right back up the middle. That's what he does. Great contact. To third, tag, got him.
Hey, as a former center fielder, I'm feeling pretty good right now. That's an excellent job by this guy to come up throwing and deliver a strike to third base. Now, for the offense, that's a tough one to swallow because you never want to lose a runner in scoring position by making it out at third base.
2 outs, runner at first. And now the right fielder, Michael Kirby. Abbott leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one ripped left field. That's back. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. No runs on 2 base hits. No errors and a runner left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays 1. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Start of the 4th. And now for the Jays, Frank Rubio. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
On the ground, right side, Santiago. Sends it to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Stepping in, Conrad Divino. 1 out, base is empty. This one popped up. Kurtz. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
2 outs, base is empty. And here is Aiden Miller.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Right side. Benj puts it away, and that'll do it.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Thomas matched a homer in his last game. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Into second, and he's got a double. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step.
Mizorowski checks the runner. Thomas dives back in, but they got him. Back at Yankee Stadium, and now Juan Bin Cho. And he drops it down the third baseline. And he beats it out. It's a bunt single to start the inning. Peter Hassett next up for the Blue Jays. Runner on the go. Ground ball up the middle. Tags the runner. How about that double play? So the batting order turns over. Now it's going to be Charlie Penn. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that is that. 1 hit in the inning. Top of the 6th inning. And the batter now, Tyrone Beasley. And that one ripped into right. And no one can get there. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And here's the first baseman, Derek Abbott. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw to second, and he's out. In the air, left field. Nabs it, and a couple of quick outs. So 2 down. Now it's the right fielder, Michael Kirby. 3-2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4. Frank Rubio digs in now.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the.
And there's the 3rd out. That'll do it for the inning. Now it's the shortstop, the man Thomas. And it was a homer back in the 1st inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
Now a screamer into the outfield. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. Safe. And that's his 3rd hit. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Snap throw to third. He'll score easily, and they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there. Boo, growing up, who was your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly Fanatic, still the best. Zips it across, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. And now, Aiden Miller.
Well, Boo, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder Wow, really impressive.
In the air, right side. And there's 2 down. Juan Bin Cho next up for the Blue Jays. Liner, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
The catcher, number 3.
Peter Hassett next up for the Blue Jays. And he grounds one to the right side. Santiago tosses to first. Out number 3. This one back in the Bronx. And now the DH, Charlie Penn. Out towards left center. Schaefer on his way over. And out number 1 on the grab. So 1 out, nobody on. Tyrone Beasley next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Schaefer hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Out to short. To first, and they go down fast. 3 outs. Back in New York, and now the right fielder, Michael Kirby. On the ground, Santiago. Tosses to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th. Frank Rubio next up for the Blue Jays. Line drive, Thomas. And they're down to their last out. Conrad Divino now at the plate. Horton is just 1 strike away. Right through there, got it. That's the ball game. Thomas had a great showing in the win. A 3-hit performance, including a homer.
No question.
Okay, Mr. Misfit, but I ain't Mr. Fit in mine. This some rich shit by Gucci Pampers for my runs. I get so much, I lose my mind, put on a new one. I guess what they say about the mind, not true, huh? Terrible thing away. You watch the color just spout to me. A curve in the face. New bats, they don't to me. Hilarious in the way. My smack too close to me. One plastic, take on my coat for me. I blast a pass and open. From the dope from me. Love to me. I be low as keys. Overseas, I be ODB. I'm the one that turned the art to gold like DVD. Them thunder, they told me more. Them poppy seeds. Me, the tiny mommy, all she say is me, no poppy seeds.
Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, the show has an AL East matchup. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the New York Yankees. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shelby. And Singy, we're going to see a nice little win streak put to the test today.
Yeah, these guys are really firing on all cylinders right now, and to me...
All right, ready to go here. And now for the Jays, Charlie Penn. Swing and a pop-up. Teal makes the catch, and there's one gone. Tyrone Beasley next up for the Blue Jays. He set a new career high in home runs this year. And Singy, he's just trying to set the bar as high as possible now. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. So a man aboard now with one away. And here's the first baseman, Derek Abbott. Kicks and fires. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. The man, Thomas, digs in now. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back. And it is gone. His latest homer in an incredible season. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it. And it went a long way.
Back here in New York, and now the right fielder, Michael Kirby. Singy, when the year's over, he'll have a new career high for RBIs in a season. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
The other way, and that's a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second. Thomas played brilliantly despite the loss. A 3-hit performance, including a homer.
Contributor for him here. Fantastic effort at the plate.
The man, Thomas, with an incredible season so far, leading the league in OPS. Can he keep it going again today? It's the Boston. So 2 down, stepping in, the man, Thomas. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Smash down the left field line. And it gets by him. Makes the turn and heads for second. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. Now a relay to third.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Came screaming off the bat. I'm sure exit velocity's off the charts. No doubt he squared that baseball up perfectly. So there was no fluke to that triple by any means.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Evan Carter. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, there's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And stepping in for the Yankees. Oh, caught up in a rundown now. Got him. Great throw, and that's the inning. We head to this. Runner on at third, 1 gone. Base hit and a run in to score. Now the left fielder, Evan Carter. The 1-1. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Ow!
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Oh, look at the stop. Throws from the seat of his pants. On the money. Nice play.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. Flash that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
The man, Thomas, the next to hit. He's one of the best players in the game. Fought off foul.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Tying run at the plate. That one is absolutely belted. And out of here. His latest homer in an incredible season. And we are tied. It's 6-6. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
Winning run stands at second. Looking to complete the cycle with a double. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Winning run in scoring position with 2 away. Swings and misses, struck him out. That's the third out. And now the right fielder, Carson Benj. The winning run on second base. Line drive, base hit. Runner around third, on his way to the plate. Throw is offline. This one's over, and the Yankees walk it off in extra innings.
You know, he had to feel the pressure. Winning run on second base. Found a way to make solid contact, and the winning run comes across to score. Everyone going crazy. Exciting finish to this game today.
One-run game here today. Your final score. The man, Thomas, is focused and ready for this one. Yet another chance to show the baseball world what he's made of. Mauricio Santiago comes on defensively now as he takes over as the new second baseman. And stepping in is the speedy Dale McNally. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Noelvi Marte will hit next. That one at triple digits.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Got him swinging.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. He's got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Red Sox. Now it's the power speed combo. The man, Thomas. Let's see what the former World Series MVP can do with this at bat, Chris. And that one hammered way back there. And that ball is out of here.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball. It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched him. Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Next offering is in for a strike. Thomas was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Thomas back to work. And that's a little bit high. 1-0.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
That one finds the zone. 1-2. Lifted in the air, right field. Bench sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. And there's one down. Douglas Warren up next for the Red Sox. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. One out, bases empty. Comes up empty.
You know, Luke, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And stepping in, the rookie left fielder, Luke Felton. And first offering is fouled off. Felton with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Out of here.
He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
Fastball for a strike.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
Good late life on that inside fastball. Ran in on the hands and got that weak contact. Little slow grounder to get the out.
Marte in the box for the 2nd time. 1 ball, no strikes. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Thomas with his 20th win of the season, and there's still plenty of games left to play. The man Thomas with an so 2 down, and now the DH, the man Thomas. That one ripped. And it hits the fence. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Runner breaks for 3rd. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. The run comes in from 2nd, and it's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's some real power at the plate. The man Thomas. Shepard back to work. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And they have their first hit since the 1st inning. Now it goes to first, and he gets back safely. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is
to first, and they've got him picked off. Now they've got him in a rundown. And they put the tag on him for the out. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. And that one is going to go.
Well, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. He saw saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news. And
he gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone. First and second, 2 outs. Here's the left fielder, Evan Carter. Swings through that one. Activity in the bullpen, Tom Shapiro. Tag, and he's out at first. Couldn't get back to the bat. Runner at first with 2 away. And stepping in for Boston, Noelvi Marte. Swing and a pop-up. Manzardo. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep. Thomas was a big contributor for them.